Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christy and this is Christian Trends. So today's video we're going to talk a lot about how to become successful on Amazon KDP. How to earn more money. So in this video there are several information I will be giving. First, we are going to talk about the new Amazon KDP algorithm. Yes, there is a change in the algorithm and you need to be updated. And that way you'll get to know what is obtainable. And I'm also going to walk you through Amazon interface. Additionally, we're going to talk about the description, how to write a proper description using copywriting technique, which I'm going to reveal to you in this video. Same goes for the title and the subtitle. And most importantly, we're going to talk about pen names. I see some persons don't even know what pen names is, some persons don't use it. So stay tuned and we're going to talk about pen name and how to use it and how essential it is for you. I'm also going to elaborate more on the type of books you should write. We have the low content, we have the medium, and we have the high content. So we're going to talk about these, and also I'll be giving you examples on the kind of books you can probably write. And lastly, so sorry, this video is quite long and I hope it doesn't bore you. Splitting this video into half wouldn't make any sense. All I'm trying to do is to give value. To make this video super interesting, I suggest you use the timestamp, but be careful not to miss out on any vital information. So stay tuned. Guys, if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and remember to turn on your notifications so that YouTube will notify you when I drop a new video. So getting started with this section, I will be answering some of the most popular questions I was asked in my previous KDP videos. And let me know where you're watching from. It's really amazed me that so many persons in different parts of the world is actually viewing my videos, and I'm so happy. Thank you so very much for dropping by. So without further ado, let's get started. One of the most frequently asked questions that I got was, do I think that KDP is too saturated? Is it too late to start? In all sincerity, I don't think it is late. Amazon is a wonderful platform for both writers and non-writers, for book lovers and business-minded persons. Of course, it is true that KDP is more known and it has become more popular, meaning it's going to be more competitive in some niche. But I still believe there is a place for everybody in the KDP world. And the good thing is there are so many niche that you can find to create your book. It's just a case of looking for the right keyword, and if you are prepared to put in the hard work and do the research, I think there is still money to be made. I suggest you go check my previous video where I talked about Amazon, if it's worth it. That is a very in-depth review. You should go see it and get the right mindset. So comes the second question. I noticed most persons were asking, how do I create my books? There are different designing tools out there, both paid and free, that you can use to do this. I would emphasize more on what I use personally. So if you use something else, please drop it in the comment section. Let people know. That is very essential. Apparently, I know BookBoat is quite popular, and all thanks to everybody now doing the low content. And yes, some persons are already using it to make their life easy. Having tried this software myself, I must say it is really amazing and interesting in the sense that it does the whole hard work for you. I only tried out their 3 days trial version and it is amazing, guys. BookBoat is simply a superior software for low content book creators. It's good in creating journals, notebooks, paperbacks, all kinds of complex puzzles and activity books. In summary, BookBoat would help you create beautiful low content books with just few clicks. It does create your book interior from the start to the finish. Imagine creating your cover by just answering few questions about what your book is. Please bear in mind that BookBoat is not free. You would need to pay to get access. But the good news is it gives a free interior for your low content. You can get the free interior from their interior wizard. You're covered. And alternatively, you can also take advantage of its 3 days trial version. That is amazing, guys. So get familiar with this designing tools, and if it's worth it, why not? If you don't like stress and you've got the money, go for book boards. But personally, what I use is Canva, and I think a lot of persons still use Canva. And Canva keep adding new features, which makes it very lovely. It does have the free and the pro version. The pro version is what I use since I don't only use it for KDP, I also use it for presentation, graphic works, YouTube, and I also use it to create marketing videos, and in which I think it is worth it. After all, it makes my life very easy. With the free plan, if you know you're just starting out and you're tight in budget, I recommend starting with the free version, which is perfectly fine. But you would need to learn how to work out the size of your cover and the size of the page, the interior page, and things like that. You will really need to learn a lot. But do not freak out, because these informations can be gotten from Amazon website, so it is pretty simple. All you have to do is to use the provided template on the Amazon website and also follow their guides and workings, and you're good. When it comes to the artwork, if need be, I would have to contract it to some guys on Fiverr or use any available tools. Obviously, I can create everything myself, and I'm not a pro in everything. And besides, it is not possible I do everything myself. It is really time consuming, so I'd rather source it out. There are several AI tools that can help you generate beautiful artwork. Just so you know, I think you should go check them out to see if it will be helpful. As a beginner in KDP, just getting started, Canva is best for you because it is free. But use whatever design tools you can. You don't need to go out and spend a lot of money buying tools. As you progress and as you build up your business, you will be able to upgrade to paid service. Having said that, it is essential to avoid this silly and costly mistake as you begin your journey in the Amazon KDP. The most 5 expensive mistakes KDP beginners make. First, do not write the book you just feel like writing. Yes, just because you want to write about loving your dog doesn't mean people will buy. Do market research and testing to find out what is trending and selling. Cross-check that with what you are passionate about and have knowledge in. Find something that is in both lists. At first, when I began, my writing was centered around deficiency because I love the health niche and I wanted to create more awareness. I also knew I could help a lot of persons. Along the way and through some research, I tailored the content after seeing more of what people wanted and were buying on the Amazon store. What I'm trying to say is passion plus market demand is a goal. Combine your passion with market demand. You should not write a book you want to write out of thin air. You can always do this when you are a superstar or an authority. The second is creating books that have been created 1,000 times before and using a poor cover. Sometimes there is this impression that you can make a basic notebook with a basic cover and it's still going to sell. This does not work like that most times. There is no way that you're going to stand out if you are creating books that are already on the Amazon listing. I mean, same book, and that is why it is so important to be unique and to be creative when you are designing your cover. It can be something as simple as going with a different color, going with a different font size, or maybe choosing a different color for the theme. You just have to be different. It is so unlikely that if you create something with a similar theme that you would get to the top of Amazon page. Your book would end up under the shelf, never to be seen again. So try create covers and interior that are more catching, and that potentially will set you aside from others. There is absolutely no point in creating books that already exist, particularly if they've been around for years and they have tons of sales and tons of review, because Amazon algorithm will simply place it on the first page as long as they can, and yours will be left behind. So it is a waste of time for you. The other mistake I see most people are making is relying so much on some YouTube gurus video. What I mean is try do things on your own. Of course, I do understand there are great videos out there that will teach you the basics of how to run your KDP business effectively, how to do proper keywords research, how to use designing tools to make your life easier. All these are important, but you don't have to wait for these KDP gurus here on YouTube to release a video with suggestion for categories and niche before you can start making books. Get to work. And that is why my video, I try to suggest all reasonable tools that can help you with little to no assistance. In that way, you get to learn fast and start making money. One thing you need to know is that these YouTubers do have a large crowd, and the implication is the supposed untapped keyword or niche suggested to you guys in the video could finally be tapped, because if everyone who sees the video takes action, what's left? Now you get. So it is better to do your own research using the right tools. As we progress in this video, you will discover several tools that can help you succeed. In that way, you get to produce results faster. If you want to watch your favorite KDP YouTubers video, that is basically okay. It should be based on you trying to get inspirations or ideas from a different angle, or maybe it is a how to do video. That will be perfect, and not you relying on anybody for category suggestion, for keyword suggestion, for niche suggestion, and the likes. So I hope you get that. Now, there goes the fourth mistake: no planning. And this mistake is often seen. We only get to know this as we proceed in the business. This happens due to lack of proper orientation and understanding. This is about you knowing when to switch, when to publish, when to move with trends. It is all about timing and planning. Every business has its own time and season, same as Amazon. You don't know there are 4 business quarters, right? When it comes to the first quarter, look into writing books like self-care, self-improvement, New Year resolution, and more of journals, how-to guides, and so many. For celebration, like the Valentine, make sure you have a book for it. Comes the second quarter, we have April there, which is the Easter. Put things together ahead of time. Comes the third quarter, you should write books that rekindle people's morale. Write books that help revive lost hope or so. This is because people will be feeling lost because they haven't achieved their set goals or so. I believe you understand my point. Comes the fourth quarter, which happens to be the last. It's all about celebration. This could be the best quarter to skyrocket your Amazon earnings, because so many persons would want to gift their loved ones. And remember, your market is the USA. In the States, there are multiple times during this period where people are looking to get gifts and give team gifts, which makes it very easy for you to tailor your book to each theme that you find during quarter 4. So learn to publish earlier enough to get the most. Now comes the other mistakes. Write a short book. For a start, yes, I get it. You love to write, and writing is one of your hobbies. A long content doesn't mean that it is good, neither necessary. Would you rather bore your audience because you have to satisfy your writing urge? You see, a brief writing is better if it gets the job done. As they say in copywriting, writing the shortest form you can to persuasively get the information across. Your long spent hours on pages will be a waste if it's not persuasive. If your book doesn't add value to the reader, no point. As a test of getting into Kindle world, I do recommend you write a shorter book first to learn how KDP works. Play around with details in the store and get a feeling of the environment. Then you can write a very long ones later. Did you know large books can be very discouraging for people to read? They are more likely to grab something short. So first, start with short books and consider always trying to keep them short. Your first book might be about 50 to 100 pages. Your subsequent books might run above 100 pages. I personally don't read lengthy books, and that is why I love doing the summary model, because I understand that there's so many persons just like me who don't like to read large books, but rather will go for a smaller or a summary. And we are also going to elaborate more about the summary book as we proceed in this video. These are the mistakes you should not make as you journey through Amazon. Just a quick one here, which is a bonus. This is something most beginners don't even know, and I did elaborate in this video, and that is your copywriting skills. You feel because it is a low content or a medium content book, you feel you don't need a proper and a detailed description for your publish. That comes the mistake. It is really important that you learn these copywriting skills. It is not a big deal. I will walk you through how to write a killer description as we proceed. So it is important that you take time to research how to write a great description, because Amazon algorithm has changed. Description does make an impact on your listing because it makes your work look more professional. As we go further in this video, you get to learn more. Welcome to this section. In case you don't know what KDP means, KDP is Amazon's self-publishing platform that allows authors to sell their books to Amazon's massive audience without the hustle of going through a traditional publishing company. With KDP, authors can create ebooks and paperback books, all without any upfront costs or inventory orders. On top of that, KDP gives authors full rights to their books, something that the traditional publishing house typically won't do. If you are an author of any kind, KDP is a great way to get your book published and listed for sales, all for free. You won't have to pay any fees to Amazon until you make a sale. It is like a profit sharing thing. But we'll go over that later in the section. In this section, I want you to get familiar with some terms and the kind of Amazon KDP accounts you can have, so that when I start, you would not feel lost. Having said that, this is what Amazon KDP interface looks like. As a beginner, it might seem a bit too much for you, but don't worry, you will be fine because I will walk you through the entire process. Even if Amazon updates its website tomorrow, I still believe the process will remain the same, or maybe just a little change. So if you're yet to sign up, just go to the Kindle Direct Publishing website and click on the sign up button. And when you're done with that, now you can start uploading your books. So this is what the interface will look like, and this is like your dashboard. Once you create a book, it will definitely show up here. So now to create a book, you click on the create icon. Now we have the Kindle ebook, we have paperback, hardcover, and series. So what are the difference? So just to know, Kindle books are books that can be read on any device. These are soft copies of books, while paperbacks are the hard copy. So you can publish your book as both Kindle version and as a paperback version. And the good thing is that this would help increase sales. It is advisable to pay close attention to everything I say here because it will help you decide on the model you need to focus your energy on. So just you know, we have 5 models. The evergreen models, journal creation, as the name implies, that is you creating journals. We also have the notebook creations, color book creations, and summary module. Among the 5 kind of books we can create, I really love the summary module, and that is my favorite. I will tell you why as we proceed. With the summary and the evergreen model, you can always create a Kindle version and a paperback version. This is the best way to do it. So while the other 3, you can't create a Kindle version, only paperback version. And remember, paperback is the hard copy of the book. Now you know the kind of book you want to create. Having signed up, to start, go to create a new title and choose Kindle ebook or paperback. Next, you are required to fill in some basic details about your book. The first one we have here is language. The second is the book title, and then we have a subtitle, which seems optional, but encourage you to have a subtitle for your book. So the next we have a series. If your book is a series, click on the series details option, and series helps in making sales because they keep your readers attached to you and making them wait for you to release the next series. Select an author name. This is your name or pen name. Speaking of pen name is a name, a totally fake one, under which an author published their name instead of using their real name. I do suggest you use pen names. If your surnames are for local origin, please consider using pen names. To sell your book on Amazon, it does make sense because 60% of the audience are from the USA. And I will explain this better as we go further. Next is book description. describe your book here. This is a summary section for your book. Please take note that description has become more relevant than keywords according to the new Amazon algorithm. So your description should be on point. Publishing right or publishing domain. Your works are only copyright, so click on the first one. Keyword may seem like they are optional, but it's still very essential. So you are required to input your keywords when publishing your book. Category. Identify the category for your book and narrow them down to a specific niche. What are the categories? I will show you a way to add more categories to your book in the second part of this video. Please take notes. Now, the age grade. If your book is for a certain audience, maybe for kids and not for adults, you can specify the age range. Next is to save and continue to move to the next page. In this section, you will upload your manuscript, ebook cover, ebook preview, and optional Kindle ebook ISBN. Next is pricing your book. In this section, you will choose if you want to enroll in KDP Select, choose the territory where you want to list your book, and select your royalty rate and price. Under royalty and pricing, you can choose the 35% plan or the 70% plan. Amazon will show you what your royalty will be based on your price list. After you fill in this information, your book is ready to be published. Bookshelf. In this section where you get to see books you have published. Next, report. This is where you check your earnings. How many books you have sold, how many copies have been published. This section is actually empty because it is a new account without a published book. This is the community section for KDP publishers. So you can come here to see questions other publishers have asked and also get answers to questions. You can give your opinion as well. Next here is marketing. You can also run ads for your book. I promise you, if you do it the right way with good content, you're definitely going to make sales. However, you will still make sales without an ad. But ad can help to increase sales. If you know how to and you have the money to run ad, I tell you it's a good thing on Amazon. It can help you skyrocket your sales. For beginners, don't worry, go slowly, and then when you get money, you can increase your sales by running ads. This next section is very important. You might run into issues and you would have to contact Amazon. You might want to send an email to Amazon. Maybe you made a mistake in the book title or you uploaded a wrong file. It is essential to contact Amazon immediately before Amazon reaches out to you or deduce the issue. If you make a mistake, be the first to reach out to Amazon. Do not wait for them to reach out to you first because that might lead to termination of your account. If you need to contact Amazon, navigate to the bookshelf section. Scroll to the bottom to see the Contact Us button. Click it. Now choose a topic from the list on the left. It depends on what the issue you're complaining about. If you made a mistake in your book title, click on Manage Book and click on Related Issues. If you publish a book and you want to update the published book, just click on this. And now it says send us an email, give us a call in the community. Click on send us an email. You can choose to write in your own words or go by this. But there's some details here that are required. You would have to include the book ISIN or ISBN number if it is a published book. And if the book is under review, obviously you do not have an ISIN number, and that is totally fine. Having written your queries, you click on send message, attach a file if need be, and wait to get a response. So guys, I believe you now understand what each section does and actually represents. As we go further in this video, you will learn more. Do not be in a hurry to publish your book. There are certain things you would need to put together in order to succeed on Amazon KDP. Now in this section, we'll talk about the best practice to title all 5 models: the evergreen, summary, journals, color books, and notebooks. In case you don't know what evergreen books are, Just as the name implies, evergreen content is fresh information that stays fresh. Evergreen content is content that don't get old. It can be written works as well as audio, video, and works of art. What really makes content evergreen? The topics covered in evergreen articles, essay and books, audio works, video are what people have been concerned about or interested in for many years or even centuries. And that is why a good keyword is a goal. You have to make your book cover attractive enough to attract your audience attention. You have to be more precise with your title. For instance, it's better to title your book "How to Make Money with Affiliate Marketing from Home" rather than saying "Affiliate Blueprint." An author who is an authority in the affiliate marketing, such as Robbie, could actually put up his course and say "Commission Hero," and people will still buy because he is known to be an authority in the affiliate marketing space. Robbie is the #1 affiliate marketer on ClickBank, so he can afford to use a very funny title because he already have an authority. So you need to be precise when you title your books. It is ideal for you to go with a title that has your keyword. If you simply title the book "Affiliate Blueprint" and publish it, it just might not gather as much attention as it would if you were more specific. Reason being that you are not an authority. You should use a name that is more appealing to your audience. A name that spikes curiosity and speaks about solution. This is obviously what your audience wants. So try to make it fit into your title and subtitle, but do not force keywords into your title because your title will obviously lose its beauty. It is not about you forcing your keyword. What I'm trying to say is use an attractive keyword. Also, keywords should be born out of research for evergreen books. It's okay to model a winning book. It could be a winning book on Amazon or any similar website, but be careful. If you copy someone else's title, the person can report you for copyright infringement, and Amazon can either block the book, terminate your account, or even suspend you. So be careful not to copy someone's title and subtitle blindly. Additionally, when you are designing the cover of your book, the title should be clear. Make it bold. Your font size and the type should speak for clarity. A book with just plain yellow background and a black text can sell more than one that has many designs. So your book title should be legible on your cover. Next is summary model. As we all know, a summary is a condensed version of the original text, usually a full article or books. So when you are doing the summary, a summary title should carry phrase like summary of, review of, analysis of, and any other variants. The summary model is the best model. According to Amazon KDP, the summary model is only open to writers in the USA. But that doesn't mean you can't do the summary model. You just have to be careful doing this if you are outside the USA because this can lead to your account being terminated. If you really want to do this, then do it at your risk. If you really have to, then I suggest you have 2 accounts, maybe a family friend or so. Dedicate one account to summary model and the other account to other kinds of book. Because summary model, like I did say in the recent update, says that anyone outside the USA can publish summary except you get permissions from the author of the book, and that is a big deal. Some persons outside the USA do summary books, like myself, and we still get them approved. It is quite simple to create. Summary model seems to be the best for me. Comes your title. The title should be clear and bold on your book cover. The title font must be uniform. For example, let's say the book is titled Sell Like Crazy. Then you're writing the summary. It should be of same font size. Do not try to mislead your audience to think that your book is the original book. Make it obvious that this is a summary. So just you know, a lot of persons are doing this outside USA and they are making good money. So the last on this section is color books and notebooks, which are more or less the same kind of thing. For the title and the subtitle, let your keyword targeting start from a title. Start thinking about what your audience will type when you are thinking of your title. Someone wants to search for a journal for pregnancy, a journal for college, notebook for creator and all. A good practice, input your targeted keyword so that when people are searching, your book can easily come up. Also, make sure your book cover is appealing. These are books that people purchase for fun or maybe for fancy. Some take them to work, school, events, and programs. Everybody wants an attractive book to walk around with. So make sure your book is appealing. And remember, low content is very popular. So what makes you different from others should be your design. If it's a book for doctor, make it appeal to doctor. If it's a book for lawyers, sportsmen, teacher, pastors, make the title more appealing to that audience you're creating the book for. Lastly, in your subtitle, use it to add extra keywords. It is actually good for SEO optimization. If you look at the subtitle of low content on Amazon, you will find that most of them are long, and that isn't a mistake. But be careful not to solve keywords because Amazon do frown at such. So make sure that your title is sensible and it will help you put your book out there on Amazon. If you follow this guide, you will be able to give out good books on Amazon. You must be willing and patient to go through these phases before you publish your book. So in this section, we'll talk about the importance of pen names and book description. Without wasting much time, go get a brand name for your different category. If you are going to do the evergreen book, maybe on Health, go get a brand name for all your evergreen books on Health. Or maybe you're focused on self-development, do the same thing. And this also goes for low content books like journal, notebook, color books, and all. This will help you build a brand and it will make you look more professional. That's the point. And once people fall in love with your name, you can easily sell back to them. If you're able to build some kind of rapport with your audience, that will be a source of income for you forever. To get a pen name, just go to your browser and search for fakenamegenerator.com. So there are several fake name generators. Use your favorite and customize the details to your taste. So the importance of pen name is it can help you build a brand, and that is essential. I also use pen name. Now description. Please take this very serious. Your description should align the pain of your ideal customer and also provide a solution. For instance, if someone is looking for how to deal with bullying in college, how to be a man in my teens, your job is to acknowledge the issue. Highlight the pain in your description. Give them a hook. If it's also a note from your research, see what people want the interior to look like. Maybe a plain white interior with a touch of a little design. You would need to state that in your description. Your job is to highlight the pain. If you are writing a book on weight loss, you might say things like, are you suffering from being overweight? Do you want a formula that you can use? Stuff like this. Highlight the pain of the customer and provide a solution. Consider using words like amazing, wonderful, best, untapped, secret. I hope you get that. Use these words in your writing. It helps a lot. These are kind of words you can use to spice up your description. For books that are doing well in your niche, it is okay to model their description, but do not model blindly because Amazon will come for you, even down to your description, yes. But it is essential to always be creative in your writing, and that brings about your copywriting skills. For your information, you can use AI for your description. I also use these AI tools and they are so amazing. Go try them out. Some offer free plans and pay plan, but Simplify does offer a free for life plan and it is perfect for you. You need to go try it out. Alternatively, you can use this AIP strategy. Use this strategy, it works like magic. I believe you are getting a better understanding of how Amazon KDP works. Now that you know the 5 models, it is up to you to focus on the models that interest you most. It is essential you understand pricing. When you publish ebook through KDP, you will get paid in royalties. Both you and Amazon will receive a certain percentage of the revenue. There are 2 royalty rates to choose from, 35%, 70%. Obviously, you would want to go with 70% royalty, right? In order to qualify for the 70% royalty rate, you must meet certain criteria. Same goes for the 30% royalty rate. There are requirements for this rate. For the paperback royalty, the royalty structure of the paperback is different. KDP offer a fixed 60% royalty rate on paperbacks sold on Amazon. Amazon will then subtract the printing cost from your royalty, which depend on page count, ink type, and the Amazon marketplace your paperback was ordered from. To figure out exactly how much you will be paid for your paperback, you can use the Amazon printing cost calculator or this handy equation. Now, I have these 3 points. First, a low price doesn't mean the book will sell like crazy, and a high price doesn't mean you will earn more. You can set a book price high and sell few copies, and with a low price you can sell plenty and not make reasonable money. So it's about pricing moderately. When setting the price, this could depend on the model and the category, because some niche and category on the Amazon already have their unique price range. It is okay to set your book at $0 within the first 30 days. People would normally go for a free book, then leave you with a review, after which you can set your desired price. When a book gets some reviews already, it prompts people to take a second look at the book. The right way to go about this is, first, go to Facebook and then narrow down to groups related to your niche. Introduce yourself and make them understand you have a newly published book you are giving out for free and would love to get an honest opinion or reviews. This strategy will help you gather enough review. But if you want the quick and the easy way, you would need to pay for the review. So go to this website and get them. Once you've gotten enough review, like 20 to 40, that is fine. Then go and increase your price. This strategy works so well. Now, if your book gets more attention, Amazon takes the book to the top of the bestseller list, and that's a win for you. Alright, so I want to start by talking about what low content publishing is. So as the name implies, low content publishing is a book with little to no content, published like blank journals, notebook, activity books, which includes color book, puzzles, sudoku, some reader books, and also word games. Apparently, low content publishing is where the content of an actual book is low, or sometimes there's really no content in it at all. When it comes to journals and notebook, it is just plain pages with lines on it. This is what a potential low book content book looks like. Alright, let's talk about what medium and high content books are. So high content books are full-length books that include friction books and non-friction books, like how to do something, biographies, and also how to guide. And I don't really think you need an example for high content book. It is pretty much every single book you see out there. So a medium content book is like a lesser version of the high content. Medium content, like its name implies, it's medium. You don't really write so much. So the summary falls in the medium and also evergreen. So that depends on the pages. So that being said, I hope you get that. So what is the advantage of publishing the low and the medium content book? For obvious reasons, a lot of persons get into low content book, and one of the major advantages is that it is free. Yeah, it is very free. It is cheap to create. I love it when you can start a passive income with little to no money involved. So even if the business flops, it wouldn't hurt. The same goes for the low content. So even if the book flops, if it's not doing well, then it really doesn't hurt financially. So like one of the biggest pro when it comes to making the low content book, it is easy to make yourself, and you can either outsource it at a very cheap price. That's it. There are several designing tools that can help you with your cover, with your interior, and even if you are adding a little more content, like adding measures to puzzle, it is very easy to hire someone for cheap to make some kind of illustration for you if need be. Another big benefit that I see is that it doesn't require you to be fluent in English. So for people who are not native English speaker, it's hard to make high content book because you would have to check the quality of the writing if it's there, and if you don't speak the language yourself, it is hard to check. So with a low content, you don't have to, and that is one of the biggest benefits. And lastly, another huge benefit, of course, is the amount you make. You can make a lot of money when it comes to Q4, especially at Christmas time when people buy low content books as gifts for their families and friends. I've seen a lot of persons making just few sales throughout the year, and all of a sudden their sales skyrocket in just 1 month, just in the Q4. So you see, you can definitely make money with low content book. Now disadvantage, since it's free and it's easy to make, everybody wants to do it. Everybody is doing it. We all want an easy way out, right? So because of that, there is a lot more competition and it is very popular. You are also not permitted to publish your book to similar websites like Red Booty, Ingram Spark, and the likes. You can't also convert majority of your low content to audiobooks in order to increase sales on other platforms. This is just you creating in one format, which is paperback, which is the print version. And if you have been publishing for a while, you know that sometimes a book can flop in one format, like an e-format or paperback, and sometimes can explode as an audiobook. Or maybe it is not doing well on Amazon, but you still put it out there on a similar website and you could just have the best shot. So you really don't have that kind of diversification with low content book. Personally, I prefer the medium content book because the medium content book, you can actually convert it to audio and sell it on other platforms and make more money. So that is why I do love the medium content book, and that is why I encourage you, if you can make the medium content book. You can't just be doing the same thing everyone else is doing and expect to make so much money, right? You have to know how to find untapped keyword that fewer people are going into, and you also need to invest a little more of time. Now, how can you make your book better than your competitors? Achieving this means spending more time learning a little bit of graphic design and something to add more cool effects design on your page or make your cover stand out. Or you want to spend a little more money to outsource to people who can do that for you if you don't want to learn it yourself. Or maybe you would have to subscribe to any designing tools out there just to make your life easier. For a good example, if you want to do activity books like puzzle book, you have to be able to differentiate yourself by making the puzzle more complex or adding designs around the puzzle. I strongly recommend both because it just makes your life easier. Using a designing tools for your low content book, you get to publish several books in few days. So with low content, I believe the best way is to balance the quality approach and also the quantity approach, because one of the biggest benefits of low content is that you can take the quantity approach and you can publish a lot of books without losing money. Now let's talk about the medium and high content publishing. You can actually make more money from one book than from several low content books. Yes, typically because sometimes low content books outperform high content ones, but high content ones make more, so a lot of persons are leaving high content books, so there is less competition there. The good thing is that you can upload the same book as ebook, paperback, hardcover, or audiobook to many formats. You can also upload it to similar websites, and this will help you make more money since it can be distributed across various platforms. And most importantly, it is easier to build a brand and offer back-end products if you are doing non-friction. Please note that submitting your Kindle book for direct translation into audiobook using Amazon Audiobook Extended Creation service is only available to residents of the USA and UK. So make sure you enter the proper tax information to save yourself money. The high content publishing is obviously expensive. It's really not beginner friendly because it takes a lot more to make one high quality book. It takes time to make. Even if you outsource the cover design, book writing and all, it usually takes about 1 to 2 months for everything to be done. And it also takes time to make your money back. Obviously, if you use about $500 to finish up, it takes a few couple of weeks for you to make your money back. And you have to look at it as an investment into your future. It is not a get rich quick thing. Obviously, I know most of you wouldn't like the high content, but that's fine. The last thing here is you have to be fluent in English if you are publishing English book, because you would need to check the quality of the writer if you did a good job or not. So if you're thinking of writing a high content book, you can always source it out through this website. Yes, go check them out. Please know that I'm not saying you shouldn't do the low content. I personally do medium content, and I focus on summary model. I think low content publishing is a great way to start making money, and you should definitely consider doing it. So that is what I recommend. And if you have the capital to start with high content, good for you. And if you don't, please just stick to the low and the medium content publishing. That will be fine. We all know keyword research is very important, right? So that's what's up. Though Amazon did make this field important, I think I do understand why, and that would lead to the last section, but I would not advise you to leave it. You still need keywords. There are several ways to go about your keywords, and the most tested method, I think, apart from being the best method, is using Publisher Rocket, because it's not about the keywords. There are certain information you would need, but it is not free, and that is the pain. It costs $100 and it's a one-time online payment. But you can get your free keyword from Amazon.com, and that is doing the auto suggest. Alternatively, use DS Amazon Quick Fill. It is a Chrome extension for keyword research. The auto suggest simply represents your attempt to type a sentence, word or phrase, then you get multiple suggestions. So to get a keyword from Amazon.com, all you have to do is start with the keyword you would want to rank for and get multiple keyword suggestions. So that is how auto suggest actually works. This is what it looks like in the Amazon search bar. The Amazon algorithm has actually studied what people have searched. In that way, it brings out the suggested sentence. It works same as YouTube and Google. You know, when you're trying to search for something on Google or YouTube, then it already suggests what you're most likely to search for, because many persons have already done same search. Because you know what people are searching for, Amazon auto suggests help you position your book well. So if you have enough suggested keywords relevant to your niche, do further research to know how competitive they are and put them in your keyword space. There you go. Alternatively, use self-publishing title. This is like a less free version for Publisher Rocket, and it is my most recommended tool because it is absolutely free. It also has a few very valuable self-publishing tools for you to use. The two Chrome extensions that they are known for help with category and keyword research. Both help you find unutilized niche, capitalize on them by picking the right search term. Additionally, if you want to make a low content books like planners or coloring books, STP has free software that can do that for you. So consider using STP as against BookBoat. You can actually try the both and see which is actually better. Since STP is actually a free software, you obviously will get something, but probably not so much. Unfortunately, one of the drawbacks to using free software is ad. Users have complained about STP's branding taking up of the majority of the screen space with their tools. Their tools can sometimes be clumsy, which is also annoying, but that shouldn't stop you from getting what you want. It is freaking free. That being said, STP is a great place to start if you are focused on functionalities. If the look and the feeling of the tools doesn't bother you, then fine, try it out. Like I did mention, this video is to guide beginners on how to get started. However, the second part of this video will be more of practical, where I will walk you through how to create these modules I mentioned and do a proper keyword research. Please subscribe to this channel if you find it useful, and remember to turn on your notification so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video to YouTube. Thank you guys. That being said, there are several things that will get your account terminated if you ignore this. Number one, do not use keywords that is not relevant or related to your book. You're writing a book on decluttering and you put a keyword about health. Let's say the book is about how to declutter my wardrobe or so, and your keyword is saying how to lose weight using a keyword not even relating to cleaning or tidying up things. That is against Amazon policy because it is misleading in customer experience. If you search for a book on health and an odd book pops up, that will look crazy, right? Because it is far from health niche. This will obviously make Amazon look unprofessional. So avoid putting keywords that are not related to your book. Amazon is very particular about this policy. Also, avoid putting words like bestseller in your keyword. Some KDP guru tells their students to include words like bestseller in their keyword. This is a strategy for exploiting both the audience and Amazon. Do not play too smart because this is against Amazon KDP keyword policy. It just might come for you. Also, do not use people's book title. Do not use other person's book title as your keyword. Some persons could use a well-known title as their keyword for cheating. For instance, your book is titled How to Become Successful Dropshipping. Then a well-known book titled Sell Like Crazy. You go ahead and put the book title in your own keyword because it is selling. Surely your book would definitely pop up when somebody search for the book title "Sell Like Crazy." And if you understand the assignment of creating a very attractive book cover, there is a possibility that you might draw the audience attention, and that might even lead to sales because it is kind of related. Obviously, it does have a downside, and that is it's a 50-50 thing. If your book pops up several times and no one clicks, you just send a wrong signal to Amazon algorithm and your book will go under the shelf. So avoid trying to use other people's book title as your keyword. Do not mislead with your keyword, and that's it. The last but not the least session, Amazon algorithm is changing, and what we all notice regarding the algorithm and how books are being ranked these days. The old algorithm worked with keyword. Yes, you heard that. If you add a keyword in your title, that would give you a high chance of ranking for that keyword. And if you don't have the particular keyword, then it gives you a lower chance of ranking for that particular keyword, irrespective of how good or bad your content is. The keyword was just like a telltale. So what I mean by this is that if you have a keyword, affiliate marketing beginner, in the title, then you're probably going to rank for affiliate marketing for beginner. And if you don't have a keyword and your content is about affiliate marketing for beginner, you probably might not rank for the keyword. However, that seems to have changed. Amazon algorithm is getting smarter, so you really can't fool them again. So the new algorithm is that you still want the keyword in the title, because that is the easiest way to tell Amazon what your book is about. But it seems like it's not as important as it was some times ago. So even if you don't have the exact keyword in the title, Amazon can detect what the book is about based on your content, based on what people are saying in review, and based on customer search pattern as well as purchase pattern. And remember in this video, when I did recommend you should gather review, when people write review about your content, it sends a signal to Amazon. Everything I've said in this video shouldn't be taken as a joke. So what is interesting is that Amazon is getting smart enough to the point that they know what your book is about, even if you did not state the exact keyword in the title or the subtitle. So you could also be ranked for related keywords. It will rank you for appropriate keyword. The question is, how does this affect you as a KDP beginner? Well, you want to focus less on just optimizing title based on keyword and more of having attractive title with better copy. Remember, I said this about your title, having a sweet title and a good copy. I gave you guys the strategy to use, and I did recommend an AI tool that can help you write a very interesting copy. That being said, even if you don't have the exact word in your keyword, we know that Amazon is smart enough to rank you for it. The focus really should be to increase your conversion rate as much as possible. So instead of keyword surfing and having that generic boring title just for the sake of SEO purpose, now you can use copywriting and make your title more attractive and appealing to your buyers. Now is the time for you to have a very sweet title, a title that is appealing. Please don't get me wrong, you still need keyword. Keyword is a telltale. Remember, you need keyword in the subtitle, but a balance of SEO and copywriting is the key. Now it is more of a performance-based ranking than a simple SEO based one. This is just my observation. So even if you don't have the keyword in your title, if your book isn't performing well and not getting sales and review, you will not rank for the keyword. For your information, this is similar to YouTube. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the YouTube algorithm changed as well from a couple of years. Some years ago, it was about SEO and having keywords in your title. If I wanted to rank my video under Amazon KDP, then I would have to put Amazon KDP in the title. But now it doesn't really work that way because it is all about performance-based algorithm. And that is why you see big YouTubers investing so much on catching thumbnails. It is more about the watch time, how many engagement you get, the video content, how many likes, the comments you get. So that is more important. And once you send the right signal to YouTube, they will rank your video in KDP and more publishing related keywords because they know that this video is about publishing, even though there is no no keyword in the title. So it seems like Amazon algorithm is moving towards something similar. So let's talk about how the algorithm works in general. So when you publish a book, Amazon really don't know what your book is. That is why you have to tell Amazon in your description what your book is about. Remember, I did emphasize on description right in this video, so now you're getting the point. And also provide relevant keywords in the 7 keyword section, and remember your subtitle. From there, Amazon will look at it and be like, oh, this book is about this, and that's how you get started. So the summary is that you make your title attractive to your audience rather than using a boring title for SEO purpose. Overall, this is how the algorithm works, at least based on what I'm observing. So the question is this good or bad? Honestly, I feel it's very good. You know why? Because it is less about finding that golden keyword and it is more about making good books and marketing it. Because now it is not about being the first book in the keyword. It is about being the best book in the keyword. The best book gets the reward with more sales. So I do like the change. It is a good opportunity for those who produce quality books and bad news for those who just spam low quality books. So now that you know this information, what will you do with it? 1. Concentrate on creating good books, a nice cover, a catching cover, and then good keywords. Having some competition is fine because the truth is, there's no way you will not find a keyword without zero competition. That is close to impossible. Just find a good keyword with moderate competition. Make your good books on it and consistently market it. And over the time, Amazon will keep expanding your reach wider and wider, and that is it. So guys, I believe you're able to, grab everything I say. If you have followed this video from the start to the finish, now everything will make sense to you. Why I did talk about the description, the title, your pen names, these are very essential. So guys, thank you so very much for watching through. I hope you got value for your time. And I told you guys in my next video, that is the second part of this video, is going to be more of practical. So expect that video and let me know what you think about this video, if it's worth it or not. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to my channel. That gives me so much morale to keep the good work going. So I'll see you guys